Good evening, Elvis fans, and welcome to my next video. Tonight I'm going to be going over some of the rarest RCA records that I have. The last episode I did, or the last video I did, was the rarest bootlegs I have. These are all the rarest RCA records. I'm starting off with singles and EPs, and then I'll do another one that's just on the LPs or long playing albums. Again, these are just from my personal collection. No, I don't have any of the Five Sons singles. I'm trying to get those, working on them slowly but surely, but so you won't see any of those. And then as I'm going through these, some people might be looking at them and, well, geez, he doesn't have this, or he's not showing that one. It's because I don't have it. These are just, again, the ones that I have in my collection. There might be some debate over the rarity of any of these, and that's fine. I always encourage debate, and I like people asking questions. And, what's rare to some people might not be to others, but this is just what I consider based on my experience. So I will start with singles. The first one, this is the Love Me Tender single, picture sleeve. Reason that I'm not sure why this particular one, this is the black and white version. I'm not sure why this one is so rare and hard to find. There were 4 versions of this sleeve that RCA did. They did a black and white, they did a greenish colored, and then they did a 2 pink ones. One of them was a light pink, the other one was dark pink. I have all 4 of them, but this one to me was the hardest one to find. So that's the Love Me Tender black and white sleeve. Next one I've got is Surrender Lonely Man, which at first glance, you might be looking at that and, well, that's not really rare, except this is the compact 33 version. So if you notice, it's got the small spindle hole, and this actually plays at 33, not 45. There were, I think, 5 of these compact 33s done. There was also an EP. It's the Elvis by Request that has Love Me Tender on it. That's not terribly hard to find. There's a lot of them out there. The singles are the really tough ones to find. This is the only one that I've been able to come across since I started collecting the compact 33s. Next, I'm going to move on to the Gold Standard series. And that's these here. There was 12 of them, I think, that they were just reissued with a different catalog number. They were all 447 dash and then whatever the number was. The sleeves are harder to find than the records. And I'm not sure if that was just because they didn't do as many sleeves or kind of what happened. They just didn't sell a lot of them, but to find the sleeves is pretty rare. The other thing that I have is, not only do I have the regular ones, this is a white label promo, and I've got all of them. So that's the Blue Moon of Kentucky, That's All Right. That's the regular issue of it. Good Rockin' Tonight, I Don't Care If the Sun Don't Shine. And again, got the promo, white label promo of that. Got it again with the regular black. Heartbreak Hotel, I Was the One, white label promo. And then the regular black version. I've got the Hound Dog Don't Be Cruel promo. I think this was, out of all of them, this was the hardest one to find. I don't have a second sleeve, so I'm still, if anybody's got a sleeve that they would like to sell or trade, I'm open to offers. And then that's what this sleeve actually looks like. All Shook Up, That's When Your Heartache Begins. Again, the white label promo. And then just the regular black label version. Kiss Me Quick, Suspicion, Gold Standard series. This one's the back of it's all marked up. Whoever had this one did what a lot of us do or did back then when we didn't realize it'd be worth money, and this person marked off all the ones they have. So Not terribly hard to find. That particular sleeve tends to be pretty common. Crying in the Chapel. This is probably one of the more common ones out there. White label, and then the black. Blue Christmas with Santa Claus is Back in Town. And then that's what the sleeve looks like. Wooden Heart and Puppet on a String. This one's all marked up, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm not one that I don't really go out of my way to find pristine ones for the most part because I can't afford them. But I've got one, so I'm good with that. And then that's what the sleeve looks like, and that's the regular black label. This one is rare for a couple of reasons. The Easter Sunday records really didn't sell that well. Easter Sunday meaning the religious ones. Joshua fit the battle and known only to him. So not only is it rare to find the records, it's really rare to find the sleeves for these. And again, that's the white label promo and then the regular black label version. The Milky White Way, this is another one that's really hard to find. Got that on the promo and the black label version. Blue Christmas and Wooden Heart. And this is the last of the Gold Standard series. They did release one later. It was Blue Christmas and what was the other one? It was a Christmas single that they released after Elvis died. It's technically a Gold Standard series, but it's pretty easy to find. This is another Easter or religious single. How Great Thou Art with His Hand in Mind. Pretty difficult to find, especially in nice condition. This one has very, very little in the way of ring wear, so it's really nice. The next, actually 4 of these, and I'm kind of bragging a little bit here. These are the really hard to find Airplay special. It was How Great Thou Art and So High, not for sale. These were sent to radio stations. Again, it was an Easter kind of deal. And when I said boast, I always was looking for one. I finally found one. And then I found a second one. And that's what the label looks like. And then I found a third one. And I've got a fourth one that I just got. This one's by far the nicest of any of them. I don't have a sleeve for it. So again, if you would happen to have a spare How Great Thou Art So High Airplay special sleeve laying around, I would be interested. Only if it's a real one. I know there are reproductions out there, but I'm not interested in those. This next one isn't as rare as it used to be, but it's still a pretty cool one. This is the America the Beautiful. Apparently, when they released this, they thought there was too many words on it, so they re-released it without the beautiful on it, so it's just America. So this was the first issue of this one. Again, it used to be pretty hard to find, but with the advent of eBay and Discogs and sites like this, you can find it fairly easily and for not too much money. This one, the only way you could get this was if you went to Tupelo, Mississippi on August 16th, 1982. It was a single that RCA did. The songs on it are The Impossible Dream and An American Trilogy. And again, the only way you could get it was if you were there. Now, of course, you can get them on eBay. And the really rare ones are the ones that Joan Deary actually signed herself. I don't have one of those. I wouldn't mind getting one just because I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, you see these on eBay every now and then. Pretty neat single to have. So those are all my RCA singles. Now we'll get into EPs. This one is a gray label. I'm going to take it out so it's a little easier to see. Gray label. The catalog number is SPD/15. This actually came in a box set full of EPs for different RCA artists. Most people only want this one, or at least Elvis collectors. And I stumbled across this one on eBay one day. I think, literally seconds after the guy put it on there, and he had to buy it now. And I did it really even before I knew what it was. This is actually the first Elvis record on RCA. It predates everything else that was done. So if you have this record, it's fairly rare to find. Mine is, I would say, in mint condition. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, the vinyl and the label on it. So again, the only way you could really find this or to get it was to get the whole box set, and it was actually a promo kind of a deal. So I'm very happy to have that one in my collection. Feel very fortunate that I found that one. The next couple really don't need any build-up or introduction. SPD 22. The only way you could get this double EP is if you bought an Elvis record player, and this EP came with it. It was a promotional piece. There's 2 records in this one. There's nothing in the middle. It's just blank, and then it's got the regular back on it. So again, these are probably even more rare than the Sun singles. They go for a lot of money when you can find them. This one, I think it's the one I got from John Daly at the Elvis Pawn Shop in Memphis. Great guy to deal with. But that's SPD 22. There was 2 EPs in this one. And then there's SPD 23, which is this one here. The reason why this one is 23 is because there was 3 EPs that came in this one. Again, really hard to find, probably more rare than the Sun singles. When you open this one up, there's a third place for the third EP or the second EP. Yes, I understand this one's got some stamps on it, ink stamps, whoever put those on there. Again, I don't care. It's that rare that I really don't mind having that on there. If it was perfect, that'd be great, but I'm going to take it. I'm very happy to have this even with the little black ink stamps on it. The next 5, these are Gold Standard Series EPs, which on the face of it's not really a big deal. It's just another Gold Standard Series EP. These are the maroon label ones. The maroon labels were used for RCA's classical line of music. Somehow they issued 5 EPs of Elvis with maroon labels. It was kind of an error, and not many of them were made. So that's A Touch of Gold Volume 1 with the maroon label. A Touch of Gold Volume 2, again with the maroon label. I know my camera's not picking this up great, but that is a maroon label. The Real Elvis, this is probably the rarest of the maroon label EPs. So that's the maroon label, and then that's the black label. Very hard to find. I honestly stumbled upon that one by accident, or by design, I guess. I had bought on eBay a record from a guy, and I think it was an EP actually. And I sent him a quick message and just said, "Hey, do you have any other Elvis records that you don't have listed yet?" And he said, "Yeah, I got a couple. I'll send you some pictures." One of them was that maroon label, Real Elvis. One of them, just the record itself, sold on eBay for, I think it was about $250. So again, they're really hard to find. Not easy to get the Real Elvis one. Peace in the Valley. and maroon label. And then the last one, Touch of Gold Volume 3, and that's got the maroon label on it as well. Now, there is a rumor that's been going around for years that there is a 6th maroon label EP, King Creole Volume 1, on the Gold Standard series. I don't believe that it exists. There is a picture of one on a website, but if you look closely at the footnotes, it says it's just a mock-up, which tells you right there that it's not a real photo of a real label. Somebody just took a maroon label and put the information that should be on there for the King Creole stuff. So I've been collecting on and off for the last 30 years. I don't know of anybody that's ever even claimed to have seen one. Somebody posted a really, really bad fake one on Facebook about a week or two ago. But I mean, it was so badly done that it was easy to tell that it wasn't real. So I've seen that one, and again, the picture of the mock-up one. It's in a Presley and a Price guide, but I don't believe. I think somebody was pulling a fast one there. I'll just say that. No one that I know of that are major Elvis record collectors has ever even claimed to have seen one. And there was one on Pop Psych that was sold several years ago. Problem with that is there's no photos of it, and there's no link to the sale. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. If somebody's got one, and I don't mean, no, I saw one once at a record show, or I know this guy who's got a friend that bought one from this other guy, I'm not interested in stories. I want to see proof. So, and I would love to be proven wrong on that one. I think it'd be great if another really rare Elvis record came out, but again, I don't think it exists. So moving on to rare ones, this is a promo for Follow That Dream. This is an EP promo, and it just came in this plain white sleeve. That's what the front of it looks like, and there's nothing on the back. Pretty neat to have. This is, I think they just sent these to jukebox operators because it says coin operator DJ preview. So that's a pretty tough one to find. You don't see that every day. And then the last one I've got for EPs is the Aloha from Hawaii via satellite. It's got 6 songs on it. And this is the jukebox label strip that it came with. Now you can still find these sealed with a full sheet of strips on it. It's not the rarest, but you don't see them all the time, and they're pretty expensive to get. Nothing on the back. Again, these are just the strips. It's just a blank back. And that's the last American EP that RCA did while Elvis was still alive. Now, the last one I'm going to show isn't vinyl, but it is Elvis. And that is the Special Christmas Program tape. In the last video I did, I showed you the red, dark red, and blue vinyl versions of the 10-inch record that was made. This is where that came from. That's the back of the tape box. And then it does have an insert. It's 2 pages front and back. That's what the cover of the actual album looks like. And then that's the information about it. And then when you open it up, that's the rest of the information. And it's just a regular reel-to-reel tape. That's what that looks like. Nothing exciting on it. But this is pretty hard to find. You don't see it every day. I tried to buy one a few years ago, and it got away from me at the last minute. So when I saw this one again, I got this from the guy, Rick, at Burning Love Records. Another great guy to deal with. Usually has a ton of stuff. And then that's what the back of it looks like. So, and the jacket for the bootleg album that they made has that on there. So nothing, I don't collect reel-to-reel tapes. This is the only one I've got. And I just thought it was too cool to pass up, and it'd be a neat thing to have. So that's all my rare EPs and singles. I'll do another video later on LPs that I've got. And to be honest, I don't have a ton of rare albums. The rare stuff that I have is the inserts that came in the albums. And I think I've got every insert that was ever done, and they're all real ones. They're not reproductions or counterfeits or anything. So I'll get together all my RCA and BMG, Sony, FTD stuff, and I will do another video on rare LPs and for another episode. Hope you enjoy this one. Again, I welcome all your comments. Love to see them if you've got any questions. More importantly, if you've got any rare Elvis records to sell, I'm still looking for a Hound Dog Gold Standard Series sleeve. I'm still looking for another How Great Thou Art So High Airplay Special sleeve. Still looking for orange label EPs. I've got, I think, maybe 10 of them. So I'm still looking to get all the other orange label EPs. Yeah, so that's this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and be looking out for the next one.